Hey guys, welcome to another Plan With Me video, and as you know from the title, it's Harry Potter themed, so obviously it is my favorite theme that I have ever done so far, and there is a lot I have done for this month, so let's just get started. For the first page, I wanted to include the Hogwarts acceptance letter because I have always wanted one, so I made my own version of it. So here's how I made the envelope, and all the measurements I've written down, so I think you can see it if you pause the video. It's not identical to the original one, but I try to make it as close to it as possible. I wanted to include the Hogwarts stamp as well, but I tried to draw it or sketch it and failed multiple times, so I just left it out. So once it's done, since the color of the envelope wasn't really what I liked, I stained it with a mixture of coffee and water like I always do to create like a parchment paper effect. So after that was dry, I wrote my name and address on there, and this made me feel like I finally received my Hogwarts letter. For the inside of the envelope, I did not want to remake the actual acceptance letter, so I just wrote a little quote, and I just wrote, "You have magic inside of you." Then, of course, I want Hedwig to deliver the letter to me, so I doodled Hedwig, and I found this picture on Pinterest, I think, and I just copied it, basically, because I just thought it was really cute, and yeah. And I just stuck everything onto place where I thought it looked good. Then I also stained the letter on Hedwig's beak so that it had the same effect from the envelope I made. And then for the other page, I wanted a silhouette of Hogwarts. Now, I wanted to include so many things for this theme because I can think of so many things when I think of the Harry Potter movies or the books. But I have a limited number of pages that I can do this on, so I decided I would include at least one thing from each of the books and the movies. So as you can see, this first page is a reference to the first book or the first movie, that is the acceptance letter and the Hogwarts castle. So now that I'm done with the silhouette, and I also made a little scroll with a mini calendar there, I have tried to include something from each of the books and the movies in the later on pages, which you will soon see. I just wrote September in the Harry Potter font, and I think we're done with the first page. So for the second page, I wanted to make a part of the Marauders map. So I'm sketching out this part where the map opens up, and I'm gonna try to make like a Dutch door effect, so it looks like when you open up the map, you get the monthly page. So after I'm done with that, I wrote some of the other stuff that's included in the map. That is, Mrs. Mooney, Wormtail, Padfoot, and Prongs are proud to present the Marauders map. So when I opened that, I wanted to do my monthly page. So I did 2 full pages for this. So I also stained the calendar because I wanted that coffee stain color in most places in this setup. So in this page, I just wrote September monthly at the top. I have my calendar in the middle. I wrote, "I solemnly swear I'm up to no good" in the right side, "Mischief managed" at the bottom, and the left side was empty, so I decided to do my habit trackers that I always do. That is 3 of them: gaming, creativity, and cleaning. So yeah, I think that was the perfect place to fit in my habit trackers as well, because I don't like to do too much. I just track these 3 habits every time. So yeah, I didn't like that effect, so I took my stained paper again and pasted it on top of my habit tracker so that there was another little coffee stained effect in another part of the page, and I really liked how that looked. So that is it for my monthly page. Then once you close the Marauder's map thing effect that I did, you can see that the 2 sides were kind of empty. So for the rest of the page, I wanted to do something Quidditch related, because Quidditch is a huge part of the Harry Potter world and I wanted to include something that represented it. So on the right side, I made 3 goal hoops, and I can use this to write my goals for my Instagram page or my YouTube channel. And on the top, I just made 4 house flags or banners, whatever you call them. But yeah, that filled my top part, and I also wanted to include a drawing or a sketch of a snitch. So I just painted a snitch with my metallic watercolors and added some details with my pigment liner, and I just stuck it on the left side. And I also wrote 1 pitch, 1 snitch, Quidditch, and that is the second page done. Now moving on to the mood trackers, and guys, this is by far my absolute favorite mood tracker or bullet journal page so far. So I wanted to include Dobby somewhere here because he is one of my favorite characters from the books, the movies, everything. So you know, Dobby got freed by Harry's sock. So I got this idea for this mood tracker where I just make socks everywhere. So to do this, I made a little Dobby doodle. I also found this on Pinterest, and I made all the titles in the Harry Potter font here. So after that, I just made socks everywhere, and I thought I can fill in the socks with different colors that represent my mood, and I also used the colors that represent the 4 Hogwarts houses, as you can see, and I also wrote Dobby is free at the bottom. Now for the next page, I wanted to do a quote page for another one of my favorite Harry Potter characters, and that is Luna Lovegood. So I painted her famous Spectrospecs and wrote a line she says to Harry that is, "Don't worry, you're just as sane as I am." And I thought it would go really well with the mood tracker. And yeah, both of these pages are my absolute favorite, and I just can't wait to fill in my mood trackers. So finally we have our weekly page, and I decided to go with the 4th movie for this one, that is the Goblet of Fire. So I doodled a Triwizard cup here, and I painted it with my copper and metallic paint. I know it's not exactly like how it is described in the books or how it's seen in the movies, but it's just my own version, you know. So for the days of the week, I just took the stained papers and stuck it for each day of the week. So we have included all the references from the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and the 5th books or the movies. So I will be doing the rest of the weeklies based on the remaining books or movies, that is the Half-Blood Prince and the 2 Deathly Hallows. So yeah, I think I will be doing these on my IGTV because I don't want to set up for the whole month right now. So make sure to follow my Instagram. The link is in the description because I will be doing the rest of the weeklies on there. Yeah, I know this is a simple weekly, but I really like how it turned out. So I think that completes my September bullet journal setup, and so let's go through the final flip through. I absolutely loved making this one. So thank you everyone for watching, and make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed as well. And I hope I'll see you in the next one. Bye.